Along here at 4:30, we are on the eve of Election Day here in Connecticut. Tomorrow, polls will be open across the state for those municipal elections.
Yeah, we're talking about some mayor's races, first selectmen, zoning board positions, and school board spots, to name a few. So joining us this afternoon for a preview is the Secretary of the State, Denise Merrill. Thanks so much for once again joining us.
Nice to be here, Jen.
All right, so this is not necessarily a high-profile election year. There's certainly some interesting races out there that have grabbed headlines, but what are we expecting for turnout?
Well, I'm sure it'll be a lot lower than it was last year. Last year, of course, 2020 was the absolute high point of all elections that anyone can remember. We had an 80% turnout of the biggest number of voters ever. But usually the local elections, of course, attract much less interest, which is too bad because they are very important races. And, you know, these are people that really, where your vote really does count in your own town.
Secretary Merrill, there might be some people out there watching that aren't registered to vote yet, but after hearing what you just said, might want to go out and cast their ballot. Is there still time for them to register and do that?
There is actually, not today, but tomorrow we have something in Connecticut called Election Day registration. So if you maybe just moved and forgot to register or want to still, you can go in on Election Day to your town hall and register and vote right there. You have to have ID with you, preferably a photo ID, but some other things work too. So just be prepared to provide ID if you get to do that.
Okay, so you're talking about Election Day registration. You need an ID. What if someone's already registered and just needs to go to the polls tomorrow? Do they need a form of ID?
Yes, in Connecticut, we do require an ID. It's not a specific driver's license, but that helps. But you can provide anything that has two pieces of information about you so that they can identify you as the person on the list. Doesn't have to be a photo, can be, for example, a utility bill. Can't be a letter from your mother. It has to be something official with your official address on it.
You know, lastly here, a lot of us know that when you step into that booth and you get your ballot, it has so many different questions on it and names, it could be a little bit overwhelming. If someone wants to maybe do a little bit of homework or research tonight before they go tomorrow to see their ballot and what they can expect, is there somewhere they can see that?
There is on our website. It's called myvote.ct.gov, and you do a /lookup, and you can look up the ballot in your town. You can make sure you're registered at and which polling place you go to. Make sure of all that because it saves you a lot of hassle if you check in advance.
Well said. All right, Secretary of the State Denise Merrill, always great to hear your expertise. Thanks for coming on the program today, and good luck tomorrow.
We appreciate it.
All right, see you tomorrow.